Assalamu alaikum. My name is Professor Dr. Zahid Qamar. This is a lecture on prototyping in your product design course MAIE 3109. Of course, I am doing this in place of Professor Tasneem Parvez, who is currently not available due to some medical reasons and so on. And I am doing just this one lecture on his behalf. This is the outline of today's lecture. We will do some introduction, uses of prototypes, types of prototypes, the 4 uses of prototypes in more detail, the principles of prototyping, prototyping technologies, planning for prototypes, and then a summary. You will see these figures and pictures later on. The PAC robot, mobile robot by iRobot, just a schematic of what is prototyping, the detailed version of the PAC robot, the process, ideate, prototype, validate. So these we will cover as we go along. The PAC bot, which is shown here and here, is a tactical mobile robot, right? It is a robot, tactical. It can cover different types of surfaces and so on. Mobile, it can move. So it is a robot that can be moved. It was designed and built by iRobot Corporation to assist law enforcement and military personnel. So it was to assist police and army and so on to conduct operations in dangerous environments. This is exhibit 1. It shows the PAC robot, which has a robotic arm, a camera, a gripper, and a fiber optic communications teether. We will talk about it later again. Exhibit 2 shows the PAC robot ready for use in the field. So this we are just discussing right now, that in the chapter we will have it, but we will talk about it in more detail later on. Now, prototypes not only helped develop a successful product quickly, but also ensured reliability of the PAC bot in the field. So this is an actual example, a real example, that this product was developed from the concept design to the detailed design to the manufacturing and all the stages. But the technique of prototyping was used. And by using this technique, the design and the production was much better. So this chapter defines the prototype, what it is, explains why prototypes are built, and then presents principles of prototyping practice. It describes a method for planning prototypes before they are built. And this PAC bot is used as an illustrative example in the chapter. You know the whole product development process. You have been seeing this quite a bit: planning, concept development, system level design, detailed design, testing and refinement, production ramp up, right? So prototyping is done throughout the development process. Okay, throughout the development process, prototyping is done. If a company decides to go for prototyping, because every company does not, sometimes you can do concept and detailed design and so on and directly start testing or manufacturing. But if you want to do prototyping, then it has to go through all these stages. Similarly, you have seen this other type of slide for the concept development process: identify customer needs, establish target specifications, generate product concepts, select product concepts, test product concepts, set final specifications, plan the downstream development, right? And then, so economic analysis, if it is to be done, is done all the way through. Benchmark competitive products all the way from here to here. Similarly, build and test models and prototypes covers all these stages. So it has to start all the way here and has to go on throughout the other processes as a parallel. You are doing your concept development, your detailed designing, your product development, but if you want to do the product prototyping, then you have to do through all these stages. What is a prototype? It is an approximation of the product along one or more dimensions of interest, right? So it is your actual product. Prototype is your actual product, but maybe not completely. It may be to some extent, it may be completely. It includes concept sketches, mathematical models, simulations modeling, test components, and fully functional pre-production versions of the product. Fully functional pre-production versions of the product. So you have not gone to the production stage. Before you reach final production, you want to have a fully functional model of the product by which you can physically test it, right? So this is a prototype. Physical model of the product are tested to validate the design decisions that have been made up, right? So this is prototyping. Therefore, prototyping is the process of developing an approximation of the product. What are the types of prototypes? One physical prototype, one analytical prototype. Physical prototype, you understand physical just like a physical model. It should be physically there. It is not just on paper or computer. So it is a tangible artifact. Artifact means something that you produce. It is a tangible approximation of the product for communication to the others, right? You want to communicate with other design members, with the management, with the manufacturing people, that what product are we going to build, and this is an actual approximation in a physical sense. This may exhibit unmodeled behavior, right? You were trying to model the behavior through equations and simulations, but now there is a physical model. So there may be things which you could not do earlier that now you can show. Exhibit 3 on the next page shows 3 forms of physical prototypes. The example include the models that look and feel like the product, and they are proof of concept prototypes, right? So this is one thing, proof of concept, a prototype that you will use to prove that all the concepts that you developed actually work. The other is an analytical prototype. It is a mathematical model of the product. It exhibits behavior arising from explicitly modeled events to anticipate the behavior. It allows more experimental freedom than physical models. And exhibit 4 on the next page shows 3 forms of analytical prototypes, right? Mathematical. So finite element method, MATLAB, computer-aided design are parts of these. Second type. Physical prototype, right? A looks like the model for the customer communication, right? You have something which looks like the actual thing, and you can use it to communicate with the customer that this is what we will be making actually, right? B, wheel prototype under load during creep testing. A prototype of only the wheel. A prototype of only the wheel so that you can test it. And creep testing means you, if you remember your material science, or if, right, or if you don't, then creep testing is done that the load is there for a long time and it may be under a certain temperature for a long time. So the load is low. It is not above the yield point of the material. There is no permanent plastic deformation. But if you keep it for a long time, then the product may deform or something. Similarly, the temperature is low. It's not very high. It does not directly change the shape or deform the product. But if that small temperature is there for a long time, then it may seriously affect the performance and so on. So we are doing just the prototype of the wheel so that we can do creep testing under load and temperature. C, sand test of the complete system, right? So you have actually made the complete thing and you are doing a complete testing of the whole thing. Say if you have to drive through desert and sands, that what will happen, right? So exhibit 3, examples of physical prototypes in the PackBot project. A, looks like model for customer communication and approval. B, wheel prototype under load during creep testing. C, sand test of the complete system. So you see, we are showing you here examples of physical prototypes, And of course, as we said at the beginning, we will take the PackBot as an example throughout the chapter. Then further types, B, comprehensive prototype. Comprehensive. Implement all attributes of the product. Whatever attributes we thought in the beginning we described, it should implement all of them. It is a full-scale, fully operational version of the product. So it offers opportunities for rigorous, complete testing. Comprehensive, you know, like you do insurance. You can do only liability insurance. So if there is a collision, then you pay only for the other person, right? For your own damage, for your own car, there is no payment. But there is comprehensive insurance. So whatever damages are there to the other person's car, to your car, to health, everything is covered, right? So you know the word comprehensive means complete. So that is what it is. It is good for milestones and integration, that if you have said that, you see, we will actually do this and we will really see that this is actually happening. So this is good for all of that. As an example, a prototype is given to customers to identify any design flaws before committing to production. So you have made a prototype and you give it to the customer that you use it and you operate it, say for 1 day, 2 days, 1 week. And if you think there is any problem with the product, then you come back and tell us and we will improve it. Otherwise, if as a customer you are totally satisfied that no, this works exactly according to the ideas that we have in mind, then we allow it in our company to go for production, right? So this is a comprehensive prototype. Focused prototypes, focused, right? So you are focusing on something. So implement a few attributes of the product. You see, from the beginning when you said that these are the customer requirements and so on, and this is what we will do. So you don't go through all of them. You make a prototype which is focusing about 1 or 2 or 3 of the attributes or the requirements that you want only. So examples include foam models to explore the form of a product, right? You understand foam, right? I mean, you can easily mold it to any shape you want. It is a type of a rubber or a polymer. So you make the model out of foam. It is not a real working model, but this foam model gives all the form, all the geometry of the product, and then you can discuss it with the customers and so on. Hand-built circuit boards to investigate electronic performance of a product design, right? There is some electrical thing like a computer, right? Or like a projector or like a phone. So the circuit board only, circuit board, what are all the electronic components in the system? So you can make a prototype circuit board only to discuss only the circuit board, not the complete product, right? So this type of focus prototype uses 2 prototypes, looks like and works like, right? So the looks like, that how does it look? It has wheels, it has a body, it has front, it has back. Works like, how does it work? So works like to answer questions quicker than if it had to create a comprehensive prototype. So these focus prototypes are smaller versions. Comprehensive prototype, full version of the form, geometry, shape, every function, everything. But these focused ones are shorter versions so that you can focus on only a few attributes of the product and still discuss it with either the customer or with other design team members or with the manufacturing team where you want to discuss it, or with the management team and so on.